Hi, my name is 𝘼𝙧𝙖𝙜𝙜, and I am one of the millions, if not billions, of sports fans scattered across the planet. If you're a sports fan, I encourage you to stick around and watch this video and learn about software that I've developed that's specifically for sports fans. It's a brand new fan experience that's going to give sports fans something they've never had before. But before I tell you what that is, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and the journey it took me to get to this point here. I was born in a little village in India, and I moved to Canada at a very young age, St. John's, Newfoundland to be exact. As a kid, and actually at any age, all you ever want to do is be accepted. You just want to fit in. And that can be a challenge when you're physically, mentally, or visually different than other people. Well, I was one of the lucky ones. I didn't really have a problem fitting in because I was somewhat of a natural athlete. So I was usually one of the first chosen when teams were selected on the playground. Sports was my way of fitting in, and the recipe still works to this day, and that recipe has been used by so many others. Sports is a powerful force in a world that has far too many barriers. Sports has a way of removing barriers such as race, religion, sexual preference. It's all irrelevant when it comes to sports. Not only at a young age did it help me be accepted, it also taught me valuable life skills such as setting goals, dealing with success, dealing with failures, teamwork, and so much more. One of the biggest things that I took away from sports was my confidence and my ability to believe in myself and to be the best at whatever I choose to do. Not only did it help me be accepted at a young age, it also instilled valuable life skills. In a world where mental health is in the spotlight, sports has been positively linked to good mental health. Another thing I want to share with you is I have a strong sense of empathy. I've struggled in the past. There's been people there to help me. I really appreciate it, and I always promised myself that down the road I would pay it forward for all those people that helped me in the past. My goal is to make a difference in this crazy world that we live in, and as you're going to see, I think I found a way. Professionally, I graduated as a computer programmer back in the year 2000. I have a real passion for the internet, computers, and technology. Now combine that with the fact that I'm a huge sports fan. That's when it becomes interesting. Hockey, football, basketball, baseball. I watch as many games as I can. Pre-game shows, post-game shows, interviews with the athletes, interviews with the coaches, the All-Star break. I love the playoffs. I love watching the championships, the World Series, the NBA Championship, the Stanley Cup, the Super Bowl. I can't get enough. Plus, I love playing in fantasy leagues. I love office pools and bar pools. I've made my share of bets. I'm familiar with all the gambling terms, such as the spread, over, under, the money line. Hell, some of the best bets I've ever made have been for nothing more than just bragging rights. I have a buddy named Dave, and 30 years ago we were roommates, and we had a ritual where every day we would sit there and look at all the games, and we would predict scores on those games, and we would write those down on a piece of paper. Then after each game ended, we would look at that paper to see who got that game right and who got bragging rights for that game. Me and Dave loved talking smack, we loved being right, and we loved bragging. Sports fans love talking smack with their buddies. They all have opinions on who they think is going to win the game. And they love sharing their opinions with anyone that will listen, and they love bragging when they are right. A few years ago, Dave and I were on the phone talking about the football games for that week. Dave made a prediction that was so crazy, it actually had me questioning his football IQ. I laughed, and I even questioned why we compared predictions. I remember saying to him, I wish we could go back and look at all of our predictions that we made over the years so that we can once and for all determine who is better at predicting the final scores of games. That conversation sparked an idea that would bring all of my passions together: sports, computers, and giving back. Being a programmer, I could build a website, connect a database to it, and that way we could make our predictions on all the games, and those predictions would actually get locked into a database where they would sit securely forever. Then I would write the code that would award points based on how close you were to the actual score. The closer you are, the more points you get. The further away you are, the fewer points you would get. So this way we could look and see who had bragging rights for each and every game. Plus we would have a leaderboard, and the person with the most points at the end of the season would win bragging rights for that year. While writing the algorithm and testing it out, I started seeing the true benefit of locking our predictions into the database. I was looking at something really, really cool. It was something I knew that sports fans already loved, and funny enough, it was something they never had for themselves before. Teams have stats, athletes have stats, why not fans? Now they do. It occurred to me that I could analyze the predictions so many different ways, and I could give sports fans their very own stats. Their home record, away record, conference record, division record, winning percentage, losing percentage, how many times they got one score right, how many times they got both scores right, how many times they didn't get any scores right at all. I could give them all kinds of stats. I could show winning streaks, losing streaks. And once you had your stats, that's when you can compare them with your friends, your family, your coworkers, anyone else for that matter. All you do is pick a score. My software will do the rest. There's nothing to download, nothing to install. You don't have to worry about all the technical stuff like browser updates, database management, website security issues. We got you covered. We've got it all done for you. To give you an idea of just how much work is involved, there's over 2,600 professional hockey games, over 2,400 professional basketball games, over 4,800 professional baseball games, and over 540 professional football games. Now, this doesn't even count the college football games or the college basketball games for men or the women's college basketball or junior hockey for that matter. So as you can see, that is a lot of games to enter. That is a lot of scores to verify, and that is a lot of final scores to enter into the database. But we have you covered. We do it all for you. Plus, any games that are rescheduled, we take care of that as well. We have you covered from just about everything from A to Z. The only thing we don't cover is you. You have to come to the website. You have to tell us what you think the final score was be, and that's all you have to do. So if you're a sports fan and you want your own stats, check out the details below. And I want to thank you for your time, and I hope to see you on the leaderboard. Have a great day. Bye.